my loincloth and my assless chaps. I'm doing this for freedom. Operation Fuck the Goddamn Fascists. I'm also gonna moonwalk across the moon because I've got feet of fury. These some bitches are an inferno. I have wings made of gold, and you can come to the nature's compound. It's called the Church of Solid Gold. Woo! Welcome to Helltown Radio, home of spookiness. Also, acerbic wit. Ball! Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Lita, and I do art stuff. Actually, secured my deposit today for the wine and craft festival. So
Secured.
Yes, I secured. Hopefully, I get on Main Street. It's probably doubtful, but I have dreams of being right there in the party.
Right in the middle.
Not in the outskirts, where all the weird religious people are, and they.
Dude, I'm dressing it.
Chosen.
Fuck that. I'm dressing it.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think that my eyes are not on the street looking for this dude, Lita.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
He wears a
I've
fucking
said
white hat
the
that says
Chosen.
chosen. I'm gonna choose my foot right up his ass.
I'm gonna dress as Satan and sit in your booth.
Damn.
You're like, hey, guess what, Chosen? I'm coming for you.
Hail Satan.
No, I think you'd have more effect if you dress up as Santa Claus. If you dress up, then it's like sort of then you bring exactly. It's like it's like attracting. It's like those beetle bags. They put the pheromone in it. You know what I mean? And then it brings them all there. And then some of them are going to be like, what is this? And some are going to be like, yo, this is kind of cool. So
I hope that guy's there this year. I am. Ooh, Lord, have mercy on his poor little fucking soul.
On his poor.
Fuck that. I'll go ham.
Poor little wiener. The little wiener, the little Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
The Vienners.
Anyway, that's my rant.
Yes, that is not. But that is not who all Lita is.
Yeah, no, I'm a bitch, but I'm also kind of nice too sometimes.
She's also a lover. She's also a sister and a mother. She's a sinner and a saint.
Nothing in between.
Yes, that's exactly me.
Everybody thought that the Jagged Little Pill was written about Uncle Joey. It was actually written as for Alanis' inspiration, Lita, and that's a story. That's a story I'm telling everybody.
True story. It's true.
Lita was a stunt double on You Can't Do That on Television, and that's how they met originally.
Dude, that was like Monty Python for kids. All right, keep introducing yourselves. We're already tangenting.
So I think it's fine. I think the people watching kind of know us already.
Yeah.
If you don't know us by now you're gonna get to know us. It's your boy Chris K, Christopher Allen Kenworthy. If I'm just addressing the judge or whoever, actually just the judge. I don't think I've ever had to use my full name like that. Anyhow, yeah, man, we're out here doing our thing on the Helltown radio program. Once again this week, I'm super psyched. I'm trying to get back. It's been a tough year to try to get out and entertain with all the sicknesses, the snowstorms. We've been snowed out twice.
Yeah.
We've been snowed out twice. And then I had the day after we did the show where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and do all these shows. I woke up feeling like somebody just treated me like I was a bat in Wuhan. And yeah, man.
Did you have a sore butthole?
Unfortunately, not, man.
Okay, I was gonna say because that's the dreaded butt fuck virus that happens when you fall asleep. Well, face down, and then sometimes you wake up in your butthole hurts. Right? Am I the only one?
Was that's the
George gets pegged regularly apparently.
That reminds me of that old Chappelle skit. Remember, it was like when the real world was the mad real world. He's like, yeah, the thing about the sleeper hold is when you wake up, your anus really hurts. No, I mean, I was talking about with my brother today. I've been both incarcerated and gone to parochial school in Arlington County, and I was not subject to any sexual assault.
You should play the lotto every fucking day.
Well, no, it's like it's one of two things. Either like I'm assertive as non-predatory, or I'm not that good looking. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude.
It's probably a combination of both. I mean, unless you have a thing for Barney Rubble. I feel.
What if some dude came up to you looking like Fred Flintstone and he was like, "Hey,
Hey, boo boo.
hey, say it." Oh, he said, "Hey, boo boo."
Oh no, that was what was that? That was what was that? Yogi Bear and what was his homie's name? Boo Boo.
Fucking Otter.
No, it was Boo Boo.
I think his name might have just been Boo Boo.
No, it was Boo Boo.
It was
Boo Boo.
It was
Let's go
Cub,
find
and
us.
they had like leathers, right?
No,
Maybe.
that's
Yogi,
that's a
different Yogi.
That was a
Bear.
different movie that you saw.
That was Yogi Bear.
Did you guys all get the? I think I sent it to every single person in the room. The 10-inch Ninja Turtle, 10-inch Teenage Ninja Turtles.
I don't think I got that one.
I sent it to you 100%. I just saw it because I was like, when I was going through my phone, I was looking through.
I missed
10-inch, yeah, the
You got
10-inch Teenage Ninja Turtles, which is the parody porn of.
And they're in the suits
They
too.
Yeah, they're in the
cut by
suits.
their
Oh, wait a minute.
Teenage
Yeah, you
Mutant
did
Ninja
say that.
Turtles.
She's like, oh yeah, sorry, I thought that was
I
real.
like, what is this?
I was so turned on, I couldn't pay attention. There's one for RoboCop. It's
Of
called
course.
RoboCock, and it's hilarious.
Of course it is.
Is it just the cock
That
that's
is
like...
low-hanging
No, he's in full suit.
And then, like, okay, full suit, but is it like, is the cock like, it's just like, except for his dick?
I've only seen like a small portion of it,
Okay.
a long
the
time
dick?
ago, so I'd
It
have to
didn't
look
take
it
him
up.
long to
Have to
come,
look
so
it
he
up.
didn't bother to keep watching.
Who's
Yeah.
got an ex-hamster?
But
I got logged out.
I
They
do
want
on
me to
I do on this
verify again.
the
What
other
the
computer.
What, like, I don't want to have to verify for those passwords, so, like, yep.
All right,
guess
so
I'm
I
gonna
never
use
had to
it.
do that shit.
Well, you're gonna, like, it's gonna
I
be
know,
like,
that-
we like to take your picture.
Nah, I'm just never gonna log out.
Make sure you're 21.
Never gonna log out.
Fucking
Just stay logged in.
Fucking Virginia, dude. We need it.
You could just VPN.
I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully we vote somebody in next that will legalize recreational sales. Because it'll only benefit schools. That's what they do in every
don't
fucking
care.
state. He's fucking dumb. That's tax dollars. You
mean,
don't turn down
there's a
tax
new
dollars.
bill.
That's like people that don't want to give gay people cakes. I'm like, do you think their money is different? Do you think that shit spent a $10 bill from a gay guy spends like a $5 or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, you're retarded.
It's just
That's
dumb.
bad business.
It is dumb. I agree.
There's a
it's
yeah,
bad-
there's a
it's
bill
bad
that there's a bill
human,
that's,
but it's
there's a bill
also
that's going
bad
through the
business.
Virginia Senate this week that's to propose.
Yeah, but Youngkin's
recreational
just gonna like veto that shit.
sales. I know. Hey man, trust me, I'm on that.
But he's out. You can like the benefit of Virginia is you can only be governor once, and then you can't be like you can't run again.
Really?
Yeah.
Then you can that's
then
like
you have to
it's like
wait
Mark Warner now.
You
He's
can't
like
have consecutive.
whatever.
Yeah,
terms.
yeah.
You can rerun. You can run.
Yeah, you can run again.
Sorry,
So there'll be time in between your first term and the second term.
Okay.
So if you fucked up, it'll be very apparent.
Good,
Like,
'cause
don't
I'm
vote that dude back
seriously
in.
tired of trying to like verify my account so I can watch porn. That is fucking ridiculous.
Just use a VPN.
It's ridiculous.
Just use a VPN.
I don't want a
No, like,
VPN. I just want to look at titties.
Relocate yourself to
I
a better
can't.
state.
I'm definitely not going to like look it up on my work computer. I
No,
use my
yeah,
phone,
but
but
you
it
can
like
use it-
logs me off. Like
you can
constantly.
get a free VPN for your personal shit.
So stupid.
Just like a Chrome extension.
I am lazy.
When
wanted
I
to
want to
be able to
fap, I
go
want to
there.
fap.
Lazy, but you verified. That's
One
way
time.
more work. That was way
That's a
more work
lot,
than
like,
the
one
VPN
time.
would have done.
Yeah, dude. I will say, I think I've verified on one site, and it was just definitely like, God damn it! Like you were the most urgent when you're about to beat off, and you gotta verify. You're like, what do you mean I gotta verify? I got a hard dick. It's go time. Well, let's go.
I want to see your ID.
Yeah.
Actually,
Where's my wallet? My pants around my ankles.
I will give it to X Hamster. They actually do like the face recognition thing. But like if you already have a log, because they make you like
There's actually
create a login. So if you don't remember your password, it's like a whole
so like
thing.
there's certain sites that are fucking apparently worse than others. So Pornhub apparently has been in like litigation and changed hands of owners several times because they only have one person verifying their videos, and they've had so much unconsensual porn put on there,
Oh, yeah,
and then on top of that, like stuff that's illegal, like
what?
I'm sure they have bestiality, but they've specifically
Oh,
mentioned
no,
a
we
lot
don't-
of like.
Who wants to see that shit?
But they also mentioned there was like child or
Oh,
sex
yeah, fuck
trafficking
that.
videos.
Yeah, they need to be taken
So
down.
yeah, like so that they're not
wish
putting
someone would
money
sexually
into it.
traffic
The other
me.
websites, because they're smaller,
Yeah.
are quite quite good at verifying their videos.
Yeah. X Hamster's the best, but it's still annoying that they keep locking me out. You should like just know me by now. Just know me.
I'll give you my fingerprint. I just want to see pussy.
I enable cookies, motherfucker. I just for that reason.
I'm the Cookie Monster, bitch.
All right, Chris, what do you
Hey.
introduce yourself about your comedy? What do you
Oh, my comedy. Oh yeah, it's pretty funny sometimes. We did
I must not have been there.
yeah, you do. Actually, I think you left. Actually, dickhead.
Did you already eat all the fucking sodas?
I did.
Did you eat all the gummy cokes?
Yes, I did.
Oh, homegirl, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I'm a gummy coke head myself. Sorry,
I couldn't find a bag of those. So I knew the Star Mix had.
I ate all of them. Those are the first things I grabbed.
One time
Anyway.
I got a 2-pound. I had a 2-pound gummy coke. Yeah, it was wild.
You're alive.
Whoa.
Yeah, I ate the whole motherfucker.
That's where the diabetes come from. That one event.
Where's the
But you know
fucking
what?
bell?
But same.
The bell's underneath the table on one of
so
these.
it's right. Is that it right there? Here,
Hand me the bell.
Where the bell?
It's white.
Just don't ever eat the sugar-free one. You'll be pooping forever.
Here we go.
You gotta, oh, the bell is
The bell is back, baby. Yay, yay. Oh man. Yeah, I did. I ate a 2-pound one. Not at all in one sitting, but it went down over the course of a day. Yeah, those things. Yeah, I love gummy coke. Is my favorite of all the gummies. Gummy coke is my fave.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a little kid, I remember Giant used to have the barrels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bulk candy
Yeah, the
aisle. We
bulk-
were talking about
yeah.
that just the other day. That's the aisle of doo-doo candy.
You know what? There was something about that dude. There was something magical in that doo-doo.
You know, every booger, like every kid in the hood that couldn't afford candy, and his parents, they had them crushed ears. You tell their parents hadn't cleaned their ears in like 4 weeks. The motherfucker's hands would be all up in that motherfucker. I walked down the aisle one time and was just like, I saw a kid just being like,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, hand to barrel.
I mean, Wegmans. Does Wegmans still?
Yeah,
have
but
the barrels?
so most
It's
of so what happened was back in the day, the barrels were fucking fucked up because every kid knew they could just flip it up and grab. Then they started making those ones that were loud when they shut and open, like to scare kids, and they're smaller, so they got to refill them.
Those motherfuckers just snap a finger off.
Yeah,
they did not play.
They're like, get your fucking doo-doo fingers out of here. And after that, what if they were called doo-doo free containers?
I don't know if like Wegmans still has it, but I remember taking David to Wegmans for the first time. I think he was like maybe a year and a half, and I wasn't paying attention. I was like looking at my phone or whatever, and it was like parked right next to one, and he had opened it up and just grabbed a handful of like gummy worms and was just shoving them in his mouth. So yeah. You're welcome, everyone who got gummy worms
Doo-doo free.
that day.
Doo-doo finger.
It was definitely doo-doo fingered.
Doo-doo finger.
E. coli.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, but I do some jokes sometimes. I did them last night at the Catamount Lounge. I'll be doing them tomorrow night at the Hog Shack if I don't catch a disease or snow comes or George eats me.
Guac.
Guac. But we do have a fun dude with us tonight. He's a gentleman. He's known for a lot.
No, it's you.
It's a lot. Well,
shit.
Don't discount yourself either, George. You
I
were
always
also a
thought you were
fantastic
a cool
gentleman on the
dude.
show. Yes, he is part of the Sneaky Snakes. He is part of the Punky Brewsters. He is part of the new founded Homeschool Prom King. What else am I missing? We have Philip Taylor, everybody. He's an amazing dude. He's the Shenandoah Valley's most eligible bachelor.
I live in the hallway outside of George's apartment. Sometimes I hang out in the bushes and masturbate. Yeah, that's about it.
That's it. That's all you do?
That's that. You've covered my life.
Get the fuck out.
Bye.
You lied to me. Yeah.
Phil's a band in a band polypod of different bands.
It's true.
You are probably in the most bands I've ever seen one person in.
It's
Him and Chris Bishop, and they live together.
Well, I'm in more now. I think. Well, no, he's got a couple out of state things. Yeah, like for real. No, like he does a band with his brother in Ohio, and he might do another band out there. So I always forget because I think, oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't have as many as me now, but I always forget he's got like.
The
So
off-screen bands.
Off screen.
I think though,
Butt cheek
I
bands.
have now gotten to the point where all of the bands that I'm in, none of them are homogenous anymore. I'm the only link between them. Whereas wait, no, yeah,
Dude.
because I was at one point I was in two bands with Chris.
Oh
And now I'm
yeah.
only in Sneaky Snakes. And so yeah, like each band, I'm the only.
You're the
same-
floater.
I'm the only same guy, but before there was a couple of
Yeah, it's
crisscross applesauce.
it's wild for me to see because like when I played music, it was just like we play every day. Like it was like that weird like we just like I was like I'm in this band, so like I couldn't have done that because I would have jumbled lyrics. I would have started like screaming during a fucking like R&B song or some shit like
Well,
especially going from like different instruments like that. Like the first time I was like,
I think that's what actually does. I think maybe that helps me keep things separate because I do a different role in each project, and they're each kind of like a different genre or a different thing.
yeah, like I couldn't do it. I'd be like for 100%.
I believe
Even
you could do it.
I could play bass and then guitar, but I don't think I could like sing. And you do that in like 2 of the bands.
It's true. Sometimes I even sing in Sneaky Snakes when we do the
Oh,
gospel
shit.
song. I just like I just do it anyway. Like I wasn't invited. I don't get a
I'm
microphone.
doing it.
I don't get a microphone, but they can't fucking stop me from screaming back there. So I just do. Slowly but surely, I've been learning the words.
You should just show up one day with one of those like Def Leppard style like headphone like microphone things and just be like,
Yeah.
I'm singing too now.
Like boy band thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw it out there.
Yeah, just sometime the spirit will take me while I'm back there. And I'll
Fuck
just
that.
jump
Next
in
time you
there.
guys play, I'm just gonna show up and bring a microphone and put it right beside you. I'll just come in with a boom arm over your shoulder, like when I walk in.
Perfect.
But for real, you should get one of those Tommy Lee drum cages so you can like spin around while you're
man.
playing. Like,
Ooh, you should get one of those.
While I'm doing sneaky, while I'm doing the honky tonk night, and I'm just
Yeah.
like spinning and shit.
That would be awesome.
You should get you need to get a Tommy Lee sex
Game
tape.
changer.
That's what you
Me and
need.
Tommy Lee fucking.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Him driving your car with his dick. Have you guys ever seen the
Yeah,
panel
we
of-
played-
Yeah, he starts. He
he
just
starts-
That
uses
sentence
his
started and
penis
ended
to-
in different places than I expected.
yeah, dude, Tommy Lee definitely steers the boat with his wang wang.
I'd never seen it.
Oh,
It's not that impressive. Like all those celebrity
It's not
sex
that
tapes.
impressive. I've done it too.
Well, no.
right? He's like, I use this as a
I
paddle
get
for my canoe,
better.
motherfucker.
Nah, but like every one of those celebrity sex tapes, it's like I want to watch porn. I don't want to watch people just do it on a camcorder.
Boring,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't care about these motherfuckers. Like,
Don't you hate it when it's like super romantic? It's like, what is this?
yeah, dude,
shit?
you just stole somebody's like making love tape. Get this fuck out of my VCR.
Ew.
Right? Ew. I wanted to see fucking dirty debauchery, and you in here being like, I fucking love you forever.
Skip.
Sorry, guys. I was on the. I did something. I did something.
Oh,
Oh, you order pizza again?
Not pizzas.
Would you order?
You'll see. It's gonna be a surprise.
Ooh, I like surprises.
Did you write a personal message to the delivery person when you come in?
They know.
Are they gonna
He-
pop
they
out
know.
of a cake?
No, so DoorDash, I think DoorDash we've had a great success with. Like
Yeah.
Domino's, for some reason, they hire, good on Domino's.
They hire reliable people.
They hire autistic people. Okay.
Oh.
If you haven't
Sweet.
noticed the common thread amongst our last 3
They're like,
Domino's
no, I'm not coming to your house. Stranger danger.
Oh, well, I was talking to the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, I would remember the last time I intercepted him outside, and he was like, yeah, I'm terrified of crowds, and and I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry, man. Like, oh no, that was when he delivered a pizza to the Catamount one.
Oh,
night.
yeah,
And
dude.
He was like, he's like, sorry that I can't come in here and do, because I put on there, I want you to come in here and yell, who wants to sex Matumbo?
Yeah.
On
I was
the-
like, yes.
And
Hard pass.
these people, and yeah, he was like, hey man, I'm so sorry, I can't do that. I'm actually terrified of crowds. I didn't even want to walk in. I was like, yikes.
You know, that could have
My
been a
bad.
real evolutionary moment for that dude. If
Yeah.
he just
If you
thrown
just called,
caution in the wind.
yeah, dude.
Yep. And a hell
Just
of a
went in there
tip.
and did it. Yeah.
Yeah, Matumbo tip.
Plus who knows, man? Some girl might be like, you know what? I do.
I
Yeah.
want to sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but he's
Matumbo,
but he's
how
so
are you doing?
reliable that
He
he'd
could
be
be
like, all
married
right,
right
well,
now."
I've got 3 hours left on my shift.
Right. They'll give you plenty of time to spruce up, if you know what I mean. Well, yeah. Yeah.
You could at least given somebody a Dutch rudder.
The old Dutch rudder, yes. So you got a couple shows coming up this week, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a world tour going on.
Yeah, you got a
Oh,
whole
shit.
shit
Yeah,
ass-
we got this Saturday we got Homeschool Prom King's first show. We're gonna be opening up at Bad Habits in Martinsburg for a couple of bands.
Yeah.
Oops.
What bands were those?
What
That's
word
an
did I say? What word did I say?
That is a physical exclamation point.
Word.
We've been
word.
there quite a few times. At least
To
I
Bad
have.
Habits.
I think
Yeah.
At this point, I have too.
It's nice.
No, I'm more interested in
It's
the
always-
gigs that you guys are playing at Titty McWhatevers, Titty
Oh,
McFlippers or some shit.
Tilty.
Yes,
McFlip.
also known as yes.
But the band. So
Clitty
this
McFlappers.
Saturday, February the 22nd, we are playing. It's my buddy Kellen Miller is going to be opening up. Then us. Then a band called Birds. With a question mark.
I love the fact you have to pull it out on your phone.
Dude, I had to look because then it's them, and then it's Paradise Ablaze, and then it's Lyndhurst. I think Lyndhurst is the headliner. So that's a lot of bands for me to remember. I don't remember things.
Imagine it when you're at the show, you're gonna have to write them down. Everybody's staying for.
Yeah, I thought about. There are two options that I have. I either put right on my set list the name of the other bands, and then when I do my little banter, I'll be like, "You guys looking forward to hearing?" And then I list off the bands that I pretend that I know before 5 minutes before the show, or I just do my normal the way that I behave, and I just be like, "Thanks, we're Homeschool Prom King. Anyway, there's other bands after us, and you should stay for them. You should stay and listen. They're way better than us. Do I know who they are, or have I ever heard them? No, but I'm going to experience that just like you, because I can't bail. I gotta hang out and listen.
I remember one time we played with this band called Stickman. At Jack's. I don't know if anybody are familiar with Jack's.
Yep.
So it was the first time we had like our band name on a Ticketmaster thing, so it was like a big deal for us. So then we're playing, and like people from my family come out, and like especially people from my mom's side, they're like super like uptight white people, right? So they come and we play, like we open up the show, then another band plays, and then Stickman comes out, and they come out, they bring all their gear out, and then they come out with a box, it's a big cardboard box, and they start putting suction cut dildos all over their amps, and my aunt is sitting there drinking, being like, it was nice to see. they definitely split. I was like, holy shit. And then the dude had a helmet that had dicks all on it. It was like a BMX helmet.
Yeah,
and he had
like,
like dildos
instead of the
all down it.
spikes, Yeah.
It was great. And
That's such a great.
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know
love
if there'll
that
be
place.
anything like that on Saturday, but I hope.
yeah, that was back in the era. Like that band sounded like Korn. So it was like in that era where people were like, yep, we're offending everybody right now. And
That was back when people that was back when there was still a little bit of veil left, and then now it's gone. So just people with dildos on, it's a normal thing. You're like,
Yeah.
it's a Tuesday, and
I remember when Marilyn Manson played, and it was right when Antichrist Superstar came out, and he did this thing where he would stand in a pulpit
Did
that
he
would
play
like,
there?
yeah, he played
Oh,
Nissan.
shit.
Like,
Oh, that's Nissan. I thought you meant Jax.
oh no, he probably did. I'm pretty sure Deftones played there.
Yeah, I was there for Deftones.
yeah.
I also saw
Vanilla Ice.
No.
He played.
I've
Cab
seen
Ride
there.
Home. That was Danica's band when
Yeah.
she was. Yeah,
I
when
think
she
they-
was a guy.
I think they came on the show when before she transitioned.
Mhm.
But I don't know if she was there because I think she was it was when she was doing newspaper writing,
Yeah.
and I don't think she could make it. But and
I
like
think I saw-
Prodigium and like all the metal bands. From,
Yeah, I Prodigium too. I
Yeah.
saw it there, but that was I think that was one of the last shows I saw her in before she transitioned over and started doing
now she's a
politics
state
stuff.
congresswoman.
Yeah, I love it. You're like, I know
Dude,
that. I know that.
I know them people. They used to be
Yeah.
like.
Yep, absolutely.
Now she's like, this bill should not pass.
But this dildo shall.
Oh yeah.
Where was I at with this? Oh yeah, Jax definitely it was good, but they would rip you the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
They get you to sell a bunch of tickets, and they'd be like, you only gave us money for 47. I'll be like, nah, bitch, I counted that shit right before. I gave you tickets for 50. Give us our money. It
Yeah.
was like the stereotypical shitty
Yeah.
shiesty club owner that was trying to make money off the
My
bands.
aunt had issues with that dude too.
Jay Nedry.
She used to play
I know-
a lot
I know
of
that
gigs
dude's name.
there, and yeah, she was like, "Fuck that place, fuck that asshole." So,
Oh,
yeah.
he probably was like, hey, let me see them.
Yeah.
Titties.
Titties. You ever had to deal with any shitty club owners yet?
Not yet.
Just the Catamount Lounge.
Um,
Just kidding.
yeah, I mean, I've played at various places, but I don't think anything was ever.
Yeah, usually
You work with all good pros. He's worked with Brandon. Brandon,
Yeah,
Wright.
Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
Like, when I was in the last band I was in, we would play like shows with his other band. They were Dreaming of Eden, and we'd always make like $200-$300 every show. Like, and you get free.
Big money.
They just be like, you can have free alcohol, and we get to,
Yeah, yeah. So far, everybody's been chill. It is funny because we're playing at Bads this weekend, and I don't think I've ever. Because every time we play there, there's like some other thing happening or whatever. It's like a slow night, and like nobody shows up. So like I'm kind of actually hoping. Like, granted, we're gonna be splitting it amongst 5 fucking artists and the door guy, but I'm hoping that like these bands that are coming this weekend are gonna be like they're gonna draw a crowd, and so we'll have people.
yeah.
For.
Like, it's definitely like.
Are you kidding me, man? The sheer unbridled masculinity of the Homeschool Prom Kings is going to attract all and every person, not just the ladies, but mostly the ladies, who are going to be coming to bask in the ambiance of that just sensual sexuality.
A little must.
That is what we're known for.
Yes, vanilla must.
That's the whole thing we've been selling on. Muskiness.
Yeah, dude. You should get a sponsorship.
I don't wash my balls for 4 days before a show to make sure.
That's stank. That's not musk.
I
Musk
gotta
is,
get it all lathered up.
Musk is I did an oil change.
Oh no, definitely. I need an oil change.
Lita, you look.
doing the opposite of what you need to do to get laid. I'm just saying.
What?
I mean,
What's that?
Musky.
Nah, I'm fucking. Like, these are jokes. I smell like fucking
But Elon
cashmere and coconut.
Elon has a lot of kids, so he's getting laid. He's musky.
He's also rich, and people are vapid and shallow, and they like money. So
Have I mentioned
Yeah,
how,
dude, his
if I
newest-
mentioned how
I
rich
think
I
I would-
am, and
I
how
would
much
have to
money I
say,
have.
in addition to that, I feel that he has to. He's probably pretty crafty, to be able to get to that point. So if he could,
have you seen the women that he's procreated with?
Yes, they're all aliens. I'm
They're
telling
all
you,
vapid.
Yeah,
they're
well,
all like very boring,
well, I mean, just
whitewashed. Like,
Well, that's the point.
Except for Grimes.
That's what they
Grimes is
want
the
you
one
to
I
do.
mean,
weird
she's
chick.
talented, so like,
That's what
yeah,
they
he
want
went
you to
for
think,
that.
Lita.
He went for smart,
Yeah.
boring, or
Well,
talented.
what I will
people.
say about that dude is like his kid is is a wild boy. You're not the president.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then was digging his nose at the same time. Imagine being that fucking Trump sitting there and some kids picking his nose like, you ain't the president. He just baby kids
But,
the
like,
fucking
those,
White House, yo.
kids like that though, they say shit like they say
Oh,
what
yeah.
they hear.
He's just a
So
kid.
if you
Yeah.
hear that being repeated, I don't know, man. Any
should leave
kid
that
that's
kid
like,
out of
you
it.
should
What-
shut your fucking mouth. No kid says that unless they're being told that.
Oh
or
yeah,
they
yeah,
hear it
100%.
often.
Yeah, and they should probably just not.
Like-
I just feel the kids should be left the fuck out of it. Just
Oh yeah,
in
yeah,
general,
but so like I will say that, but
leave
like
all the kids away. From
but then, like if I was in any of their positions, my kids wouldn't be in the White House for safety's sake in the first place. What if somebody does some dumb shit? It's
I
a
would be
place-
like Michael Jackson in Blanket.
yeah.
They would be
yeah.
underneath a fucking
Yeah, yeah, like,
veil in a
Most
box,
most
like-
people will be smart. You can't really do that when you're the
Blanket.
president because you live there and they're gonna see your kids go to school. There's certain like positions where they're gonna like know, but to like have any of your kids when you're meeting the president with you just seems like it's just like going to work with your kid. Like-
It's crass. I don't know. Like
Mm.
it was a knee-jerk reaction for me because like I
Oh yeah, no, it's strange as shit. Like for real. If I would have if my dad knew like anybody, if he like the dude that owned his company, and I walked up and like, you're not the owner of this company, my dad would have been like, get your fucking black ass in
Right.
the motherfucking car. What the fuck is wrong with you?
got
Like-
like
Yeah, like
and then of
so-
course like all of his following was like, oh, the mouths of babes. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like
Yeah,
this
it's
is
just-
normal for you guys. Okay, cool.
nah, it's
Uh,
wild. It's I thought out of everything the nose digging thing on camera made me laugh. Just that was the first image I saw was him with like to second knuckle. Like I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
it's a typical asshole child.
Dude, have you guys been keeping up with that story of the woman who went to Pakistan from Brooklyn?
No. Oh, is she the one that's talking shit over there?
The black lady who smokes like the Pakistani Newport 100s and fucking like demands thousands of. I demand 4,000 per week. And she doesn't say what 4,000 of. She's just like, but then eventually she does clarify. She's like, 4,000. She's like, I don't like the streets around here. I don't like the way that looks over there. I'm gonna fix all this. And dude, and it's crazy because everybody's like, the assumption is, in my assumption, because I'm like just naive and racist, is that if you're a woman and you say anything outside of yes sir or no sir in those countries, they just kill you, right? Like that's
unless your name is Shantiqua and
no. So apparently the story is that she went to go meet a guy that she met online.
Oh yeah,
because he liked her moves. And
she went all the way there.
Yes, dude.
I typed in black woman on Google, and the first thing that popped up is in Pakistan.
Oh my god,
dude! This story's almost
after that. It's hairstyles.
Almost, it's better than Amigo Chino because it's substantiated. Amigo Chino is questionable, but this is substantiated. And so she gets on.
New Yorker Onya Robinson's bizarre trip to Karachi spawned a string of Instagram and TikTok videos as social media users became enamored. Apparently, she's 33. She went to Karachi after to meet Nadal Ahmed Memon, 19-year-old Pakistani man. Apparently, they did meet, but the teenager rejected her after her parents said that they objected to her relationship. Her 30-day visa reportedly expired all the way back in November, but she refused to leave the country. And yeah.
She rolls around with like police escorts. It's like she hangs out with like
my parents before you came.
Yeah, like that. She rolls around with this local politician from there too. Like that's her like homeboy, and she'll tell people. She tells people like, "Get the fuck out of my way," like on newscasts.
That's what
and
you gotta do. You gotta like assert yourself. You know, like.
But just so funny because you would think in these countries it would be dangerous to do that in general, but as a woman. And she's just over there swinging her fucking. She's just telling it like it is.
They're just flabbergasted.
Apparently, she had a stopover because she apparently has left the country, but she went to Dubai because she attracted a lot of attention and people wanted to meet her in Dubai. So she is fucking.
Now she's just on.
She's gonna take over the world. She's gonna end up being the. She's like, you know what?
Imagine, like,
I thought I was just gonna be the president of Pakistan, but now I'm gonna be the empress of the world. You all gonna pay me $100,000 per week.
Oh, so she all right. In the video, she asked for 2,000 or more every week, which was equivalent to 5,000 USD. I want 20K up front, and then 5 to 10K to stay here every week, and I want those demands from the government right away.
I mean, she's very assertive. I'm saying,
and nobody is saying
she's got
shit.
a solid business plan right here. Like maybe I should go on Tinder and find some Pakistani dude to go.
Yeah, apparently during this press conference, she actually held a press conference where she asked the government of Pakistan for 100K or more, claiming it was to improve vital services in the country, such as infrastructure and local transport.
Yeah, dude. She's gonna fix. She's gonna be the president.
I need money. I have some ideas.
I'm a fix shit around here. Y'all should have had a ratchet bitch around here 20 years ago.
Wait, that sounds familiar. We're gonna cut costs and then funnel all these tax.
I don't know. It sounded the other way around. She wasn't trying to cut costs. She's trying to spend more money.
She's like, give me the money, dude. Imagine I'm going to Canada next week. Like, yo, my visa just run out.
Man, fuck Canada.
I need at least four or five truckloads of maple syrup or whatever you guys use for money up here.
Will they let you in Canada? They won't let me in Canada.
Yeah, I don't have any felonies.
No, see, they won't let me in Canada.
Or DUIs.
Oh,
I could be the president of the United States of America, but I can't go to Canada. It'll fucking go somewhere.
Is that fucking terrible?
You know what though? But that's because Canada's bullshitting backwards, man. You know, like here's the thing though. Canada took many losses this week. Drake being number one. Kendrick got out there, wiped the floor with them, exposed them. I mean, but to be real though, it's a little.
He wore a chain that's.
No. That's I looked into what the meaning behind that. That's part of his clothing line logo.
Yeah, but it was a giant A.
It was
Really?
a small. It was a lowercase A.
It's for Amazon.
But no,
he was paid by Amazon to wear that.
In all seriousness, though, I get Kendrick did his thing and all that. But does anybody else feel that it's a little sus, like how far he has taken this? Like this is beyond, like, you know what? I have beef with some people, right?
Nah.
I have beef with an ex alumni of the show, for instance. I'm not going to mention his name, But I wouldn't go to as far as like people are like, all right, we're gonna give you the chance to be in the Super Bowl. I'd be like, this is it. I'm going to insult the fuck out of my one arch nemesis at the Super Bowl.
So this is what
That's
I'll
a little
say.
like that. If you were that emotionally invested, you might like that person as a.
So this is what I will say about Drake. Drake has been widely disrespected by the hip hop community for years. There's videos of DMX going off where he's like, I hate the way he talk. I hate the way, and like he stops himself. He's like, all right, I gotta stop.
They knew he was a diddler.
Well, I think it's probably some of that because people knew about fucking R. Kelly. We all knew, dude. R. Kelly. The fucking thing that was the most fucked up is when one of those girls that he was keeping hostage or being like, she's my wife or girlfriend or whatever, and he wouldn't let leave. When her parents went to try to get the courts to make him give her back, the girl's dad was walking outside of the court and he was like, Robert, where's my daughter? Like, yeah.
Like, fuck somebody up.
Yeah. So like, and he married Aaliyah when she was 16.
Yeah, he's kind of a
dude.
piece of shit.
He's on the cover of the AJ Nothing But a Number single, and he's in the background like lurking.
Yeah,
it's so. Him and Diddy both left a massive trail of breadcrumbs. You know, like there was no doubt about that.
Yeah, there's suspect videos of Biggie, man.
Yeah, dude, that one where he's like, "You smell good." You know,
yeah,
like, oh yeah,
yeah. It's weird as shit. It's like it could be an inside joke. They could be just playing games, but. Not with P. Diddy's history and all them fucking baby oils.
I unfortunately feel that there's going to be something that's going to be found out. But I will say, so Drake took a loss for Canada. The Canadian hockey team got they banned.
They went full slap shot. So like, the funny thing about this is there's two players on the fucking U.S. team that are brothers, and then they had
Chuck brothers.
Then the Hanson brothers in that movie Slapshot, where their whole shit was like, we're just going to beat up the other team. So it reminded me of that when I saw it on the news the next day. I didn't even know, honestly, they were playing some type of international shit
it's
like by country.
It's like the four major countries.
The funny thing is this, I guess, I've not watched hockey in a couple years, but apparently, I guess this is instead of the All-Star game.
What?
They decided instead of the All-Star game, they'd do 4 nations, and it was USA, Canada, and I think it was like
Sweden
Finnish
and Finland.
Swedish. Yeah, and so they did like an NHL little mini World Cup. So instead of their All-Star game, where all the other sports are doing their All-Star games and they're barely even doing anything, trying not to get hurt, whatever, the NHL is like, let's do this shit and beat the fuck out of each other.
Dude, you know, it all started because the Canadians booed the fucking national anthem, and like, dog, that is some USA ass shit.
Did that happen at that game?
Yeah, that happened, and then
so I was reading that like the Chuck brothers or whatever, they were like, people were like they were planning the fight like earlier in the day.
They were
like
shit talking.
They're like texting each other like, we're gonna fight.
Well, yeah. Also because like they're
hockey player shit.
Well, they got
never heard it.
Yeah, but I don't think dude. To be honest, like those motherfuckers all just like they're all plotting at any given point in time. Those like the Canadians and them probably saw each other at practice. It was like, you know, probably like one of those movies like where the teams see each other outside of the arena and they're like, yeah, we'll see you on the ice, motherfucker. You know, instead of just doing it right then and there. So that's what I would hope to think it was like. I wish they were all wearing like, you know, they had collar popped fucking, you know, windbreakers, and they're like, oh, you know what, bro? You know, I've had enough of your mouth, man. I'm gonna stuff it full of poutine and fists when I see you on the ice, you bitch. You know, like that's what I would hope it was happening. But yeah, that shit was awesome. The Canadians got their ass whooped in that game. They got their ass whooped in that game. Then they had, I mean, it was just not a good week to be in Canada or from Canada, but also fuck Canada, and I hate their bullshit because they won't let me there, and I want to go there, but they won't let me there. So fuck those people.
Yeah, I know.
Especially Trudeau, because that guy is, you know, trying to be all handsome and stuff.
I mean,
he is, but he's also like mentally deficit.
I don't think he's just trying, man.
that just means he's easier to control. What?
Well, no, yeah, exactly, exactement, like they say in Quebec. Oh man,
he's like pushing poutine on my nuts.
Poutine is delicious. Poutine is delicious. They do. They have. They do maple syrup. Yeah, but maple syrup also from Vermont is very nice.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Tim Hortons is just Burger King. All right.
Yeah.
They got the same hash browns. I know what y'all doing. It just went across the border. You can't call Burger King. The Queen would get mad. I'm the Burger Queen.
Have you ever had the Strites donuts? The ones that
Ooh.
they
No,
they
no,
park-
I
they park
smell
right
them.
there.
So like
They're
the only
so
time they're
good.
open,
Yeah, they're good, dude.
I'm not here because I go to work early, or it's before I'm going to jujitsu, and I can't eat that shit before I roll in, and do jujitsu. So I'm like, fucker.
The sugar sweats.
Dude, we
Oh,
all,
dude, I've been on the mat at jujitsu where I'm like sweating out alcohol, and I'm like, this is bad. This is bad. Like drenching people. I'm like,
but you ain't the only one.
They're like, this guy smells like whiskey and
Yeah.
sadness.
Oh man,
now whiskey and happiness. Those were the good nights. If I went in like drenched.
you know, now I'm thinking about all these donuts, man. You know what, Lita, I think you and I talked about this before. These Shoppers, what was it? Shoppers Food Warehouse.
Oh, the
Yes.
colossal donuts.
Was it you and I that talked about these?
Yes, and
Them
they used to
motherfuckers-
have those like
fucking right.
Cronuts?
Yeah.
Cronuts, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Oh.
cronuts are so fucking good.
Yeah,
They're like
you live-
I
this
could
big.
literally eat
So,
like 7 of
like
them.
I lived in what's it called, close to Manassas Park when
Yeah.
at my house. So I was in between both of them, right? Like the one in Centerville, and then the one in Centerville closed, and the only one was the one in Manassas. Now there's none, right? So it's closed. Up by the University of Maryland, they have a Shoppers Food Warehouse.
What?
I stopped there one day.
They still got the donuts?
They still got the donuts, and they still got.
Dude.
Let me tell you about Shoppers Food Warehouse had the best fried chicken. Not even
What?
kidding.
Yeah,
Their
they
fried
did.
chicken was
I did not know
fucking
about that.
ridiculous.
There were, yeah.
And my dad used to get it all the fucking time. That's what he would bring to work with
It
him.
was so fresh and hot.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It wasn't like shit that's been sitting out.
and they had
forever, like-
spicy.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Y'all making me
Dude.
hungry.
Yeah, well,
I actually had a chicken and waffles festival for my birthday one year, and I got 100 chicken titties regular and 100 chicken titties spicy, and then I had waffle making stations in my kitchen, and all these people were like, "I've never eaten this
That
before."
sounds
I'm
like the
"Yeah."
best party ever.
Oh, dude, it's great. I think there's a picture of me on my Facebook where I'm I have a gigantic waffle and I have chicken. I'm like, this is the greatest day ever.
ooh, yeah.
Now everybody's thinking about
Dude,
chicken
you know,
and waffles.
oh man, remember that Simpsons episode when he does the what I forget what he calls it, the Astro waffle, where he puts the caramel and then the waffle batter, the liquid smoke. What else? And then he wraps it in a whole thing of butter, like a whole stick of butter. Yeah, that shit was the bomb.
Dude, I remember the Simpsons episode where Mo had to wear that basket of fucking
Yeah.
fries on his head.
When he turns into Uncle Moe's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greatest show ever. All right.
I'm starving now. Thanks.
Thanks.
Well, don't worry. We have
Speaking of
a
starving,
surprise on the way.
have you guys heard about this guy in 1984 that they dug up a bison out of permafrost and he made a stew out of it?
I know they did that with a woolly mammoth at some point.
So
in time.
I know the
Yeah.
woolly mammoth people might have gotten sick, but apparently this dude did this shit and didn't tell anybody for 20 years. I heard about it on NPR. They were talking. I think the actual mentioning of it was something. I think the article I saw on NPR was 2020 or 2018 or something, where I guess the guy was on his deathbed and was like, I ate a prehistoric bison, and then it's been substantiated by other people.
Surprise!
I'll look this article up, but
So he just didn't tell anybody. He dug
Yeah.
up an animal and he was like, "Oh,
Well-
I might cook this."
well, apparently up there,
was it
a lot
all,
of times,
was it in a big chunk of ice cube like in
well,
Man?
they use they apparently to get
Buddy.
gold, right? Gold it would be lower in the ground than the woolly mammoth or saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah.
So if they find that shit, they have to stop and be able to get it out of the ice. To get it out of the ice, they take water, high pressure hoses, and they spray all the permafrost until it starts to thaw. And then they can get the tusks out, and then they can get to the gold. So it became a thing. I guess back in the day, they used to let people who worked in the gold fields when they were doing that shit just take them home. So there's all these people that have these woolly mammoth tusks and private collections because of that, because they got passed down by their family. And then once paleontology became a thing, they were like, no, this gotta go to a museum. So all these dudes used to get rich when they would retire from all right, let me look up this article.
One guy decided, "I'm gonna cook this."
Yeah, but I'm sure people did it before it, but it was in 1984.
There's that dude out. There was that guy in Spain. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? He had his foot amputated, and then he somehow got it back, and he cooked it and made tacos for his
Ew.
homies.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Also, but in
I
more,
mean, I get it.
Did
sort
they
of.
know that they were having homie
yeah,
foot
yeah,
tacos?
yeah. He was.
I mean, at least they knew, but goddamn,
There's also a.
I ain't eating any of y'all's feet.
They
sorry.
also got a. What was it? They just this week they just got a plesiosaurus like that had soft tissue still preserved in it. So they had found this fossil, like I guess in 1984 or something like that, early 80s. And in order to preserve it, they buried it at a research facility and put a garden over top of it. And then a guy, one of the what's up?
George, your candle is leaking all over the
blow it out.
It's not. It's liquid.
Oh no, it's the candle.
Just blow the candle out,
It's just
dingus.
all over the.
Pretend it's your birthday.
Oh yeah, I guess it was.
Oh, yeah,
this
you're
one.
Jehovah's Witness. You don't know about that.
Well, I don't know.
Ay.
Blow
There's-
harder.
Anyways, it's like
Bro
really,
harder.
it's coming for me.
It is. Is this going to be able to stop?
Yeah, I just didn't want to.
It'll cool down, then we can
Sorry,
peel it
I was-
off.
I was concerned about it making a mess. My B. I didn't know this was a regularly occurring thing.
Usually we drip it on each other's balls.
Ooh.
Mm.
I'm gonna.
I cup
you
it
know,
in my
that
foreskin.
Actually,
I
that
pull it
actually
out
does
wide.
remind me of a story when I was like when I was a teenager. My cousin, he's like 8 months older than me or something, and I don't know why he told us this. Like why would you tell your friends that you did this? But he was telling us about how he had like melted down like candle and he like poured the wax on his chest and shit. Like,
'Cause he was
and
he
then-
was fishing to see which one of you guys were like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
really?
and then-
Me too. You want to go suck decks?
right. And
You ever
then he got-
sword fought a dude while you did
and then
that?
and then it got like it dried out and like got all caked in his like chest hair. And so he had to like cut all his chest hair off to get the fucking candy.
So
out.
I remember the first time I shaved my chest when I was like a teenager, and my dad was like a '70s black dude with like an afro and a mustache. And, like he came in, and I remember him looking at me, and he was so disappointed. He was like, "This nigga just cut off his chest hair. Like, what is he doing? What did I raise?"
Boy, man.
All right, so back in 1984, a handful of lucky guests gathered in Alaska at the home of Dale Guthrie, a paleontologist, to eat a stew crafted of a once-in-a-lifetime delicacy, the neck meat of an ancient, recently discovered bison named Blue Babe. Over 50,000 years old, this meat was. Apparently, state laws don't bar you from eating, but you can't sell or buy it. Anything that is game meats or anything that's I guess been in the ground or preserved. But apparently he had been found 5 years before that by gold miners using the hydraulic method where they would just spray water. Concerned it would decompose, he put it he dug it out immediately. And then he cut off what he could get because he couldn't get it all out of the permafrost, but he left most of the head, but he took the neck and the shoulders. Apparently, it died over 36,000 years ago, but it had been in the ground for 50,000 years.
How does that work?
I don't know. I mean, I think they.
It was in the ground,
So it
alive for
they-
20,000 years.
Well, they
That's
knew,
weird.
yeah, like I read this wrong. They knew it had perished. They thought originally it had perished at about 36,000, but new research and carbon dating says that it was 50,000 years.
so they added
according
20 more when they did their science in.
But it was killed by a ancestor of a lion, Panthera loadrox.
How do they do that?
It had tooth marks and claw marks all across its neck.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it froze rapidly after its death. Apparently, it died probably right before winter time, and that's why it wasn't consumed.
Yeah, that's kind of weird because usually they start.
They were
eating
probably
immediately.
yeah, like
They all froze.
They bit him, and then they were like, "It's go down. I'm out of here."
But it had frozen so well that the muscle tissue had retained a texture not unlike beef jerky. Its fatty skin and bone marrow remained intact as well for the thousands of years, and he decided, so why not try eating it? He made a special dinner with it. He didn't want to make neck meat stew. There's a picture of the neck and body. Oh no, this is a different one.
Okay, I was about to say that's a
Alright,
big
we're-
ass fucking neck. Like, what is going
Big
on?
old dick.
That's another one that they dug out of the permafrost. That they, I guess,
Clearly
it was.
a not eaten one.
Yeah. But boom, 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 boom. It gave off a fresh, unmistakable beef aroma, not unpleasant, and it had a faint smell of earth and mushrooms.
That shit probably tasted like shit. All right.
Suck.
They're lying their fucking
All right,
asses off so
so-
they don't sound weird.
Yeah, but
that
they're-
shit
they're-
probably
they
tasted
didn't say
straight
it
up
tasted
like
good.
shit.
Oh,
they
they
said
said,
it smelled like those.
They said they
No, it tasted like a foreskin.
they added they then added a generous amount of garlic and onions along with carrots and potatoes to the aged meat because they coupled it with wine and it became a full-fledged dinner. Guthrie wasn't deterred by the age of the bison and nor the prospect of getting sick. He said it would take a very special type of microorganism to make me sick. I eat frozen meat all the time of animals I kill or that my neighbors kill, and after 3 or 4 years in the freezer.
Well, isn't he special?
Yeah, you know that dude was that dude was the same dude when he was in college would tell girls that he didn't have to wear a rubber because don't worry.
I totally
Don't
can't
worry
get
about
anything.
it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I told
Can't-
the goats I'm clean.
Fine, I can't get you pregnant.
Yeah, I can't die from agent parasites, and I can't get you pregnant or give you STDs. I'm super dick.
It tasted a bit like what I would have expected, with a little bit of ring of mud.
Ooh, that's delicious.
It tasted exactly like I expected. Ass.
Ring of mud. Is that a euphemism for
Ring of
like
mud
shit
for
cock?
butthole?
But he also
Pickering.
said he didn't remember anybody asking for seconds.
Yeah, everybody was like, that was interesting.
Thanks for the meal.
No, that you know what that's like. That's like, did you ever go to like somebody's house that like made something and they thought they were so proud of it and they were so like they had spent so much time making it, or the ingredients were so special and then it tasted like absolute garbage, and they would sit there and shovel their face full, and you just like you're trying to eat it and you're like,
Yeah, I've done
like
that.
dude, this happened to me. Like one time, my family went to the beach. And my uncles went out and they went fishing and they caught a shitload of fucking fish, but they caught it out of like brackish water, so it was like super fishy. Like it was like, yes, it was fresh out
Like
of
diver duck and shit.
It was just whatever they caught. It was like I forget the type of fish off the top of my head, but it tasted like fish. Like it was really over fishy.
Fishy.
So like they cook it. They cook it like when we cooked it. I didn't have anything to do with it cooking. They made fish taco stuff. They seasoned it and all that stuff. It still was like unbearable. And then and this is like so uncharacteristic of my folks to be like halfway through dinner, be like, maybe we should go out and get something to eat. So that's what I could imagine that was like because they were so, my uncles
You got
were
a
so like,
pizza,
oh yeah,
please?
this is awesome, and I'm like, no, this fucking sucks. Even eating it, like it was like, man, it was horrible, man. I'll never, that was like, I've been incarcerated. That was one of the worst meals I've ever had in my life.
Poor fish died for nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. If you got served that
Well-
in prison, you couldn't even fuck your fifi that night.
Man, well, don't. Let's, it all depends on what's on the radio. It really sets the mood. Sets the mood.
Oh my goodness. I've never eaten really super old shit ever.
I think you know what?
Can't.
The oldest thing I've ever consumed was it was from the 1700s. It was a bottle. I had a taste of Madeira, which is a fortified wine, and we did a Madeira tasting at
that's
the
different
restaurant
though,
I
it's
worked
wine,
at.
no?
Yeah, so that's the oldest thing I've ever had. It was pretty good. It tasted like raisins and vinegar. But I'm trying to think. Aged beef wise, like I think the most aged beef I've had is probably like 90 days, which is a lot. With that one time at Vinova, I don't know if you remember this. I took a tuna loin and then I made it into brezola and I dry cured it for like 60 days, and that was awesome.
I don't think
and I
I've
just,
ever
oh man, yeah, that was fantastic. It was like, dude,
I think I had an aged steak. We went to like some weird steak place that we sat at the bar.
Yeah, I remember that.
That place
good.
was the only place I've ever had an aged steak at.
Yeah, and that was good. But
The whole-
anything like older than, no. I won't even eat.
Yeah, I wouldn't. There's still beaver in my refrigerator.
is there really? We still have the beef.
Ew, I'm not eating that shit.
All right,
Yeah.
we're 1 minute away. 1 minute away, guys.
Yeah,
Hey, get ready
I
for
mean,
them. Get ready to answer
Speaking
the door.
of beaver, I was like, the oldest I've eaten is, I don't know, 38, 39.
He's talking about a vagina.
40.
That's spell worthy.
All right, hey, will you crack the door a little bit? I want to make sure we don't miss this dude. We're getting this motherfucker, dude. DoorDash, we always have a good success rate with DoorDash. They're always cool when they come in. They want to smoke, they're cool. They're not working for anybody but themselves, so it doesn't really matter. Although I'm sure DoorDash is probably like fuckers.
Dude, you ever freaked out an Uber driver?
Oh yeah.
I definitely have. Well, more than once. There was one time we were in Denver, and I think I was probably on like Molly or something. Like it was like fucking the first cannabis cup I went to, and I remember taking like it was a Lyft driver. It actually wasn't Uber because they had a little pill that was like pink. And it was like Velcroed on the dash, and I fucking took that shit off the dash and put it on my face, and I'm like, my pupils were fucking gigantic. I was like, ah! And then we were started talking about, like, you want to go smoke DMT with us? And like everybody realized that we
Get out of my car right now.
No, he was just like, no, I don't think I want to do that. Like Brendan might have said something like, did somebody tell him about the murder or some like fucked up shit? Like,
Holy shit.
Dude, well, at least it wasn't him that was like on the Molly. So I've had a few.
so the driver was on Molly for you?
No. So I had one. All right. So I've had some wild cab experiences in my time, like with drivers. One time, my buddy Danny and I, when we lived in North Arlington, we went out in DC. We went to the clubs. It was after we were done. It was like 4:00 in the morning. We were heading home. We took a cab because we were both shit faced. And we get in the cab, and the dude was hammer time. And we're not just talking about like little hammer. He got on 66 doing 25 miles per hour, swerving all over the place.
Pull the fuck over.
Concerned?
Wouldn't let us out of the car. Got us to our house, and then he was like, I think I should give you money back. I think you guys paid too much for this. And we didn't give him any money. He ended up giving us like $50 back. And
Thanks for letting me drive you home.
It was a really nice drive, guys.
they had that.
It's a little tip for you.
No, one time though, this is for real, and this was nearby here, and it was a long time ago. This is like probably like 5 or 6 years ago, and the cab driver was like, "Hey man, we gotta stop somewhere before I take you home," and I was like, "What?" And this dude like doesn't look like he's going to church at 3:00 in the morning. That's why I got done closing Canova. And we pull up. This is like the most surreal shit. One of the most surreal moments happened to me in Front Royal history. I've seen some wild shit. We pull up to this house, and it's a bunch of legit vatos locos in fucking full regalia, like blue fucking
Posted up.
blue flannels, the hats pulled down over their eyes, talking like these homes. And like they're like, who is the Gringo Homes? And like they're like, unfortunately, I speak enough Spanish to be able to like be like, hey, what's up, guys?
Que pasa way.
So we ended up staying there for like 15 or 20 minutes. It was like, I've never seen these guys ever again. They were here from L.A. Like they had come here from L.A. I'm sure to drop something off or they need to pick something up, and came here and fucking they was like, dude, and that was a weird like because when you're in a cab, you assume that you're like in this like invincibility cloak, right? Like that's how I feel about cabs. Like once I'm in a cab, I'm like, you can't do anything to me, But then the reality of the matter is, some shit could happen.
Yeah, dude. You like it's almost like a cop car,
Your
except
cabbie
for
took you to the scene of the crime.
What about
you were like that movie where Jamie Foxx is in there with fucking Tom Cruise.
Lita? I'm sure you have got to have a great cab story. I just feel like you have one.
I think the last one I went with a group of friends to Crucible, and it was a wild night, and we ended up in that cab like half naked. I'm sure the cab driver was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So, in case you don't know what Crucible is, it is a sex club where they do wild shit, and at the end of the night, you kind of lose your clothes or you just don't care. So when they picked us up, it was just definitely like he was kind of like looking like, where's everyone's clothes?
He'd never taken anybody from that club.
Imagine that dude pulling up
the whole
I think
time.
that would be common.
Imagine that dude pulling up with a bunch of people like piling out of a club, like half clothed and sweaty.
Exactly, because there's people way more naked than I was. like way. There's people being led like with leashes and shit, like total.
Yeah, butt ass naked.
So, yeah, it was kind of that was the most interesting ride home or to the hotel. Anyway, he was really quiet, and I'm pretty sure he got tipped very well. So
yeah, his spank bag was full.
Yeah, I don't think he's complaining at all.
I saw a butthole too.
So yeah, that was my wildest experience. I've never had anything like that was scary though. So
Nah. Yeah,
No.
I'll tell you that one. The dude driving back from DC, that was scary.
Yeah.
The one going to the Vatos Logos, that was entertaining because I'm like that shit. I'm not scared in those situations, so I'm like, fuck it. Hey, what's going on, guys? You got a tamale for me? What's going down?
You doing work?
Yeah.
You from the Puebla?
Yeah. Phil, you got any good cab stories?
Don't, man. I think I rode in one cab in my life that I can remember. I was in DC and I was just like hanging out with these Indian dudes, and like we took a cab to a club, and then when it was time to go home, I think we got an Uber or something, and it was very boring.
Yeah, I usually take Uber now. It's just easier.
Man.
Like cabs.
I've
like,
never personally Ubered. Like I was with those guys, and that's the only time I Ubered because they were like, "We're gonna get an Uber." If you told me to Uber, I'd have to like look up how to
typically
Uber.
like I work in DC all the time. You don't really see cabs anymore. You see a lot of
Yeah.
like Uber people, but all the former cab drivers are now the people that deliver weed.
I hear something.
Is there somebody coming?
Hey, come
Yeah.
on up. Step right up. Come on in. Come and say hi to everybody. Say hi to the camera. Say there's a camera right there. You can say hi to it. What's your name, honey? Jana? Oh, no. Hey, you want to hit this? Oh, yeah, DoorDash 3 for 3, baby. Yeah, hold on. let me
yeah,
make sure
you're on a
this-
podcast.
You are right now on Helltown Radio. Yeah. Is that a Janet Jackson hoodie? Wow.
Rhythm Nation.
Yo, this is like the best part of the show. Yes, dude. Yes. But yeah. You can take you should take a selfie to show like your friends like, yo, man, I popped in on a radio show. It was great. Or a radio podcast. I guess we're radio for 2025. Yeah, we have some Panda Express being brought to us by the homegirl. Yeah, there she goes. She's gonna get a selfie for this. Yeah, for the gram. What's up? Yeah, dude. This is my favorite shit when we get to do this. Yeah, that's what's. Yeah.
You were waiting for this the whole time.
The whole
Like,
time,
he's
man.
like,
I've been
"Dude."
keeping. Thank you.
Really?
Yeah. If you didn't hear that, this is her first DoorDash experience.
They're all gonna be exactly like this.
Well, if you're not, you should go on YouTube and subscribe to Helltown Radio, which is the show that you're on right now. So that way you can get alerts, and you can also go check out this in our archives under the live section and see yourself, your beautiful self, right on camera with us doing our thing. You guys shout here. You want to speak in the mic? Say anything, friends. No shout outs to the homies or homettes tonight. All right, hey, it was very nice meeting you. Have a good
night.
yeah. We'll see you soon. Yes, another
Yeah.
successful DoorDash interaction here on the Helltown Radio program.
Yeah, you just wigged her out. She's gonna quit this job, bro.
Are you
First
kidding me?
and last, Grubhub.
She did a sexy selfie with duck lips and everything. All right, man. The fuck you talking about? She got it in. Like, she loved it. She got to hit a joint. Like, she's gonna go out in her
home
car.
tonight
I
and be
bet
like,
this.
guess what happened tonight?
Her boyfriend's in the car right now, and probably like he was probably like, "What, man? What took you so long up there?" And she's like, I walked into a podcast, and then this Barney Rubble looking dude handed me a joint, and I smoked a joint for a minute, and then I got out of there, and he's gonna be like, "What?" And then she's like, "Yeah, I just go with it."
Or in the negative space, dude, you could have caused a wall to get punched if that dude's name is Kyle,
Guys,
and he's been drinking Monster in that car.
hey man, you know what?
I was thinking about how long you were up there, and this wall got punched.
I thought.
Holy fuck. On that note, I'm gonna go pee.
Pee time.
Pee!
It's pee time. Pee time. Pee time. Bye.
Bye. So, everybody just stop talking. Now that Lita's gone, everybody's
right.
like, "What do we say?"
What do we say? She's gone, dude. Oh man. That was fun as shit, dude. That chick was actually. I'm telling you, she had a Janet Jackson hoodie on. Like, that's fantastic. I mean, it was a very awesome moment there in time. I'm glad I got to be part of that. Phil, my man. We're not gonna talk about anything professional with you because.
Yeah.
Because
Very
and then
unprofessional.
I think so. I'm excited. for you and all your endeavors, because I think you are a fantastic musician. And
Yeah,
it's
you
weird.
are.
It's weird. So I had some questions that I got for you, because I've always wondered, because you play, all right, so you play the guitar, you play the bass guitar.
Yeah.
Have you played any other varietals of a guitar, like a mandolin, a ukulele?
I own a ukulele.
Okay, ukulele
but
player.
I don't really know what I'm doing with it.
What
Okay.
about a banjo?
But like, it's pretty easy to just make noises.
Banjo?
Banjo. I've never. I don't know if I've ever played a real banjo, but I had a friend who had a banjo body with a guitar neck.
yeah, the Dean one.
So those were fun.
Yeah.
Because then you could just
Just
play
play-
like a
yeah,
guitar, but it made it sound like a banjo. I actually like recorded a song a long time ago where I just like played like the guitar solo was on the banjo, so it sounded like I knew what I was doing with the banjo, but it was just guitar.
You know, there. You should learn how to play the chainsaw. There was a band called
Chainsaw?
Jackal. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
No, I'm not.
Literally, it was
all
like
right, she's back, guys. We can talk about things.
So, hey, Lita, do you remember the band Jackal?
Yes.
With the chainsaw?
Yes.
Okay. So this dude would like he'd sing, and it was I'll play some of it. But he would play a chainsaw as a solo sometimes.
Wow.
But they were like I don't know, like a cross between like Guns N' Roses and Blind Melon.
That
That's-
sounds awful.
Oh yeah, their song was called "The Lumberjack."
Wait, that makes sense. That checks out.
Yo, y'all, the BP gas station near Melting Pot has been closed.
Probably because of crack, man.
Every time I
I'll
tried
be
to go,
honest with you, man. That's the crackhead BP.
No,
I
no, no.
tried to-
Crackhead BP is over by is across the street from the secret bodega, and the other BP. That's the one it's the one where they had the
The
it's
cheap
one,
gas on New Year's.
the one on the way to Riverton.
the one by
Oh,
Melting
well,
Pot.
this
they
one
have
out
cheap
here.
gas.
This at the end of fucking 55. I've seen skitterings there of crackheads.
Mhm.
I've also seen somebody laying out so there's like apartments at the end of that building, and I saw somebody laying like this out the door, like looking up, like at like 5 o'clock in the morning when I was going to work.
See, I don't ever see that stuff. But I'm also like super unaware because I lived in Alexandria and that
So,
was
yeah.
kind of normal. So
Yeah, we got-
I'm like,
Hey, do you have anything in the? Is there anybody in the chat? I don't know if mine.
I haven't even been checking it.
Sorry, cut you off, man. I was just that.
Bobby Sims says hello.
Hello, Bobby Sims.
Bobby.
Bobby.
But here is where is it at? Jackal.
Jackal. But what about Jackal? What about the guy with that plays the what's it called? The bagpipes with the flamethrowers. You guys ever seen that dude?
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know what that is though.
I like those. Like it's probably like part of that Eastern European like street performers culture where they have like these people who are super fucking talented, but they do like completely wild like street stuff. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like Lita, you know, is anybody the fucking? I feel like you know like the guy dressed up like Darth Vader and plays bass guitar. Like, have you ever seen the videos of that dude?
Nah.
and now I have to Google it.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Like
he's
I felt like I
dressed
don't know, man. Like
Darth Vader.
Yeah, these are like weird. Like whenever, so just to be clear though, Lita, when I think of like stuff like that's obscure like that, you're one of the people I talk to about it because you're like one of the few people that gets my offbeat pop culture references. Like,
Sometimes I get them. I'm like, oh yeah,
Well,
but then there are other times I'm like, I have no idea, and then I end up jumping into a giant fucking rabbit hole of Chris told me this one thing, and now I've got to look it up.
man, yeah, dude. There's when we get to the movie section, I'm gonna tell you. I got some ones for you. I got couple of them for you. But yeah, dude. I don't know what we're talking about, man.
Chris is high.
Pass that shit, man.
All right, bad, dude. Well, I don't know. I usually wait for you to ask. I didn't want to be like, Lita. Sorry.
You're
While we were
stuck.
getting
I
on.
have to get you unstuck by taking it away.
Take it away, darling.
Da-da-da-da-da. Jury reached a verdict in ASAP Rocky's case.
Was he? Oh, when he shot the dude in the foot.
Yeah.
Man, he's like dance.
Well, all right.
happened?
So
He's
let's
like,
take guesses.
Dance.
What you think he got found guilty, not guilty?
Guilty.
Guilty.
Phil, ASAP Rocky, guilty or not guilty gun charges?
Well, I'm completely unaware of the situation, but I'm gonna have to say obviously guilty.
Not guilty.
Oh! How did they find him? Not what is
Really
he?
not what?
ASAP Rocky was found not guilty on 2 felony charges of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. He was accused of shooting his one-time friend and bandmate following a heated argument in 2021. The jury cleared the 36-year-old named Rakeem Myers over his 3-week trial. Apparently, he was aggressive. The prosecutor said he was aggressive attacker who shot his childhood friend and rapper Terrell Efron over a disagreement. But the jury sided with the accused.
But did they say why? Like, did they give any like indication as to why they veered that way? Because
So they say he didn't shoot him, but what is it just like, well, somebody did.
right? Like, how does that work?
Could you explain
Not
the
enough
bullet?
evidence. I
Could
don't
you explain
get
the
it.
bullet holes in your buddy?
Right.
Dude, remember when Dick Cheney shot that dude in the
Yes,
face?
I do
And then,
remember
and then
that.
his friend got on the air and was like, listen, man, I'm sorry
So
that this happened. I should not have been acting. I should have not done my quail impression.
Well,
so
apparently,
good.
there was a bunch of witnesses, and what had happened was, I guess, earlier in that night, Efron had walked up to him and grabbed him and shook him by the neck the night before that, or like that earlier that night, and then the guy apparently, when Mayers pulled out the weapon to defend himself, the person that got shot shouted, "Oh yeah, shoot me with that fake ass gun."
So,
Ba, ba,
but
ba, ba.
provoking somebody to do so doesn't mean that he. Didn't
So I
do
don't.
it.
They don't.
Like,
In here, I don't see whether or not he moved forward on him, because in certain places you're allowed to move forward, like in certain places.
But
If you move forward, the
It
person
sounds like
can.
possibly what happened was he did shoot him. He just wasn't guilty of a
Yeah,
crime.
yeah. He definitely shot him because
Oh,
he was
okay.
like,
Okay.
he did not accept
I
the plea deal.
misunderstood the scenario.
they were like, "Yeah, he deserved it."
Gotcha. All right. So he did do the shooting, because that's what when I said guilty, I didn't mean whether or not the court found him
He did that shit.
guilty of a law. I was just saying, yeah, he did the thing. So I'm still right.
It was in
That's
Los
crazy.
Angeles too, so if he got away with it in Los Angeles,
Oh my god.
that's a lot harder. Especially like I know in Virginia and different places, like whether they have a stand your ground law or if you're you feel for your life, you're allowed to discharge your weapon. But I don't think they have that law in California.
No,
So
especially a day afterward. Like you get you're beefing a day in advance, and you get away with it. That's kind of crazy.
It's tight.
I'm gonna show you guys a picture. Who you think is the lawyer?
Definitely. Oh man, I took my glasses off. So
Which one?
That guy.
Was it the white guy?
Yeah.
Really?
That was my guess.
Really?
The guy
I mean,
on
the
the
other
left.
dude is like.
That other dude's
Security.
like, yeah, security dude. Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna get you off of this.
That guy is a lawyer. He looks like a teenager.
Yeah.
Studying all week in his mom's basement for this case.
How unconfident do you think ASAP Rocky was when he walked into court with that guy? He's like, "Oh, fuck,
Nah, man. He knew,
Cedric!"
ASAP Rocky's got money, dude. He knew what the fuck he was doing, man. He knew goddamn well what he was doing.
All right, fuck. You guys want to take a quick break? We'll get this food, then we can come back with
Yeah. Thanks.
movies and such.
Thanks.
Dun-dun-dun.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thanks. We gonna come back. Gonna put my dick into your butt. Crack.
Oh. Crack, crack.
Right now, I'm gonna write these movies down so I know which one's on top.
Oh my goodness.
Can we start? Let's do it.
Captain America: Brave New World.
Watch this.
Is the #1 movie in the world, and audiences can't get enough.
People are gonna love us, bro.
Captain America: Brave New World. Rated PG-13.
Appreciate power. What will it take to make you capitulate? We appreciate power. We appreciate power. Elevate the human race. Turning makeup on my face. We appreciate power. We appreciate power. Appreciate power. clad woman. Scared to be clad man. Scared to be clad woman. Scared to be clad man. Football fled at once when I walked up stage and had no shame. Lord, I tried to call and I kissed her in that pink parade. Oh, what a big disgrace. Scared to be clad woman. Scared to be clad man. Scared to be clad woman. Scared to be clad man. With all the nobles gone from their seats, I felt the roses fall at my feet. Only the garden from me.
Like,
We're back.
perfect
Chris is
timing.
still eating. Look at him.
I had a mouthful of food too. I was like desperate,
Yeah, it got
desperately
quiet.
trying to chew.
It got eerily quiet. Oh man. So, you want to give us the list of all the Homeschool Prom King shows coming up?
Oh Lord, so many.
Yeah, you said I saw the world tour thing, so I was
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, that was originally like, I mean, it still is a joke, but it was even more of a joke when I first posted it. Oh, I gotta look at our page.
I found it, Lita. Let me send it to you.
Oh man, world tour. Yeah, cool. Let's make this. Yeah. As you know, we have the show on Saturday at Bad Habits, and then the following Friday, February 28th. That's where we're playing that. You said titty flippers.
yeah, Titty
We're
McFlippers.
playing at
Clitty McFlappers.
Tilty
Pussy
McFlippers. Is
I'm never
It's like-
gonna
it's
not
a
say titty
pin-
McFlippers.
pinball arcade, but yeah, it does look like it says titty.
Yeah, dude. I saw the first time I saw it. That's why I had to post that shit.
Yeah.
I said, "Titty Mc what?"
so we're at Tilty.
yes, yes. It's in the lexicon.
And on February 28th, then on March 13th, we're gonna be playing local to here at the Catamount Lounge. And then we were talking about Brandon earlier. Brandon's got us doing a show on March 21st. at
Shout out Brandon Wright.
Winchester at Granny's place, and we're gonna be opening for a band that is literally touring here from Japan. Like straight up, like they got shit on the Spotify's and stuff. Their name is.
They got shit
their
on Spotify?
No, they have shit on Spotify. They're called like Kazaa. I think Kazha.
Kazaa.
Wait, is this them?
Probably.
Yes,
yeah,
it
so
is.
we're gonna be out like we're like I think they're them and like another act or two are on tour, and then we're like the local band that's gonna get to play. I hope so. I hope so. I don't
That's the
think
thing I
that's
was
them,
talking
but
about.
that would be great.
Catchy.
Yeah, it is super catchy.
So then, and then June 21st we're back at Tilties again, and then June 28th we're gonna be playing at a secret party at you guys know Matt. Matt has a party every year, but and when I say secret, I just mean because it's like a private event. But
It's a private event.
anyone that wants to go can just ask me, and then I will tell them how to get there, and then they will go.
It's known as the Bohemian Grove of the East Coast.
And
Yeah, dude.
then and then we have two more, another like July 19th and August 16th at Titties.
Titty McFlupples.
So
Titty McFloppers.
currently got a bunch of gigs at the
Clitty
set up at
McFlappers.
the Titties.
I want to see some Titty McFloppers.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. Very cool.
It's
That's like a geriatric strip club.
Unroll them, baby.
Titty McFloppers. put your quarters underneath my titty on my belly, right beside my belly button.
Do you remember that one time we looked up like dog boobs?
Oh God, no. Yes, fuck.
Was that the same time that?
No, that wasn't the same.
That was
as
when we all did a different search to try to find it. Remember that though?
Oh, I remember.
Wait, so I like
Those
you're like,
bikers,
are you
right?
trying to look at like women's boobs that like look like dogs?
So
Well, here we are once again.
Like full circle.
It was Sturgis. In other biker rallies, they'll the women walk around with their tits painted, and
Oh,
I forgot why.
this woman had them painted like a dog, and
Yeah, they're like dog ear, like ground or what?
Hound dogs.
Hound
yeah, look like
dog
basset
ears.
hounds.
they were
Yeah. Terrible.
And they were definitely some
Don't-
McFloppers.
Don't Google it.
These were some albino.
yeah,
National
they
Geographic
had
junk.
some waist length titties.
Siri, remind me not to Google that when I get home.
Wink.
Yeah, as soon as you lay down in bed, look at floppy titties. Biker floppy titties. We put in so many different
We were trying every keyword you could think of.
titties. What look like dogs?
I'm gonna try it again.
Jesus Christ. So how'd you come up with Homeschool Prom King, the name?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. Like,
It's because you were.
I mean, I was homeschooled, but I feel like honestly, I probably saw something else. Somebody else probably made the joke or reference it, and I was like, that's a thing that I should do.
I should call it that.
I should do that.
Good.
Because originally that was just what I was calling myself. I just decided one day I was gonna stop using my name for music, and I wanted to do like under a project name.
Are you gonna wear like a prom outfit for your first show?
I'll wear the same outfit I wore to prom, I guess. Then just like a t-shirt and jeans.
I got it. I got it.
You found it quickly.
I did biker painted boobs dog. And here it is, everybody. Your prize.
Jesus Christ. You know, somehow you telling
my
me
God.
It's so good, dude. Can you
Somehow-
imagine if your grandma like showed up to your like 10th birthday party like
she
that?
can
Like that.
tuck
would be-
them under her knees. Standing.
Yes.
Put readers on.
Yeah. Put some readers
I
to
wish
see
I
this.
wouldn't have.
He's gonna read it like Braille.
Felt like I put on 3D glasses. Them fucking. Yeah, I bet you.
All right, here's a better one. Here you go.
I bet you underneath them
Yeah,
titties.
see?
I bet you underneath them grandma titties that she had, it's probably the consistency of like toe jam.
Ew.
Yeah. You spread it on you spread it on one of those crispy rye crackers.
Yeah, dude, it's like schmegma from titty.
Oh. That's actually a delicacy in certain parts of Greece. It's known as
it's like wasabi.
the tzatziki. The tzatziki.
Tzatziki?
Tzatziki's.
Oh fuck! So I didn't go. Actually, I didn't go to prom, but I recently went to my first prom
Oh yeah.
for the Humane Society of Warren County.
Yeah, that was fun.
You guys both did. You both did dress
Yeah,
up really nice.
I dressed up. I looked dapper. I be doing that. But yeah, there was a lot of people there. It was a spooktacular event. But I never went to a real prom. I never did that limo crazy experience that most people talk about or they have in movies. That's my reference point for fucking proms is
Same.
movies.
No clue what it would have actually been. Probably very boring.
I had that, but it was like 15 minutes of being in there, eating some snacks, and then leaving so that we can go do acid. So, I mean, it was very.
We did
Yeah.
our prom they did on the Odyssey, that boat that goes the tours like the Potomac.
Like the dandy and
Ooh,
shit.
fancy.
Yeah, so but you're on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Can't
There ain't-
leave.
we were up, but we went up on like the observational deck, and we were smoking blunts with Jake Hemphill from Soja. Actually, man, that was my name drop of the day. Yeah, we were smoking blunts, and like the one of the teachers rolled up and was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Smoking a cigar," and I had a cigar actually at that point in time lit. But you can't smoke. This is a school event. I was like, I'm 18 years old. This is back when 18 was the
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm 18, motherfucker. You can't do shit now. You know, and they were like,
Put it out.
no. They just walked away. You know what though? That's the same guy who gave me my only dress code detention that I ever got. I went to a Catholic school for high school, and so we had a dress code. And if you had a dress code violation, you'd go to Saturday detention for
Is
it.
your skirt too short?
Yeah, that would be one. That's something you get. Mine was actually way too short. No, I was. You know what? I was talking about this earlier to my brother. I said I've been incarcerated and I've been to parochial school, both in Arlington County, and not once was I even attempted to be sexually assaulted. And I don't know if it's because I give off like a anti-predatory presence, or I'm just not that good looking.
You are.
What's a boy to do?
Yeah, I know it's a boy. Like Jesus, just push back a little.
That's really gonna fuck with your self-esteem. Honestly,
Just
they failed him.
Maybe
Hey,
they just
priest,
The system has failed.
Priest, I come pre-lube.
You should take it as a compliment. Like maybe people think that this guy's so nice, we can't fuck.
Oh
with
yeah,
him.
you're like
Looks like an
you were
expensive-
out of their
I
league.
can't traumatize this guy.
He looks like an expensive date. You know, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to give him at least 4 drinks for him to do that thing I like. Oh man. Yeah, no, our prom. It was it was funny, but yeah, I got a dress code detention for having. I got my tattoo a week before school ended. I got a tattoo on my forearm. So I was being a badass, man. I got a forearm tattoo. And I went to Catholic school. They made me wear a sock over that shit. And then, I ended up having to wear a sock over it. And then, but I ended up going. I got one Saturday. It was from Mr. Brunel, man. He got me on that shit.
Fuck Mr. Brunel.
Nah, he's actually pretty cool.
So,
He is pretty cool.
like I was saying, my only reference for prom is movies.
Yeah.
Segway.
It's true what they say.
And now here's where I do my thing. Where I talk about movies that you probably already saw or have not seen, and I hope that you haven't seen it and that you do see it, and then give me your opinion on it. There's actually quite a few prom type horror movies. Oh yeah, by the way, in case you didn't figure it out, I sort of only deal with the horror movies. So if you know some weird rom-com prom movie, I don't care.
Rom-com prom.
Yeah, I
horror
mentioned
movie.
I don't care.
I mentioned Teen Wolf, and she was gonna stab me.
Yeah, I was like, what? What is this, fucking kindergarten? No. Thank you. Anyways, so I have 5 movies to talk about, sort of, that revolve around prom. And
Prom diddly.
teenage adolescence and all that fun stuff. You'll have to forgive me because I have to read off of a tiny little phone. But number 5 is Tragedy Girls. It's 2012, directed by Tyler McIntyre. No, not
Madara.
These assholes. Okay. So, Tragedy Girls. That's 2017. Tyler McIntyre. Teenage crime reporters Sadie and Michaela are hot on the trail of a crazed serial killer. After capturing the maniac and holding him hostage, they soon realize the best way to boost their social media stardom is to commit murder themselves. That's a really good movie. I've seen it a couple of times. You can find that on Peacock right now for free if you are willing to get through the commercials, which kind of suck. I feel like they cut parts of the movie off too. Definitely. Because I've seen this movie in its entirety and I'm like, wait a minute. They're missing something here. All right. The next one. Carrie. That's 1976, directed by Brian De Palma. I think everybody has seen this movie. This is one of Stephen King's first films. What?
I ain't seen shit.
What? Oh my god. I can't. In this chilling adaptation of Stephen King's horror novel, withdrawn and sensitive teen Carrie White. You messed me up. Faces taunting from her classmates at school and abuse from her fanatically pious mother. When strange occurrences start happening, revolving around Carrie, she begins to suspect, her mother begins to suspect that she has psychic powers or whatever. Carrie tries to let her guard down, but if things eventually take a dark turn during prom.
Yeah, they do.
It's a very iconic scene that's been emulated in a lot of movies, either as a parody or.
Yeah, they also they're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
Like,
We're all gonna laugh at you.
Carrie. She locked that girl in the closet. Yeah, her mom is a bitch in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in the remake, she's a bitch too. But good film. I mean, everybody has seen it, and except for this guy over here, apparently
I
he's
ain't
never
seen shit.
he's never seen it. That's wild. That is
Wow.
wild to me.
I'm,
Right.
I'm quite the movie.
All right,
You
here's a
have-
question where Lita will be really shocked if you haven't seen this movie. Have you seen the movie Commando?
No.
What? All right.
I am so offended right now.
you gotta have a commando party, and I don't mean everybody comes, but I think draws on
Fucking literally, like that's gonna happen now. I'm gonna like throw a party.
a commando party.
Specific to what? Like everybody come over, drink, and watch this.
And
movie,
don't wear
but then
underwear.
Get the fuck out after the. Like, absolutely. No, or like the jorts. You know,
Jorts.
the cut off shorts. You know what I'm talking about? The jean ones. Anyway.
The hoochie daddy.
Yeah, the hoochie.
You ever seen Arrested Development?
Yeah.
With the
He's a
shorty
never
shorts?
nude.
Yeah, it's like the shorty shorts. Like.
He's like, I'm a never
Yes.
nude. Yeah.
Oh, I blew myself.
Okay. Number 3. Prom Night, 2008. That's Nelson McCormick. This is the remake of the original one because I'm not really a fan of the first one. I thought it was
Yeah, the
kinda
first
boring.
one's kind of fucking shittily directed.
Yeah, it's just not very good. Anyway, when a deranged high school teacher kills the family of a girl that he loves in a disturbed attempt to force her into the relationship with him, the man is caught and sent to prison. That's kind of wild.
Is that not the move?
Yeah, right?
Damn it.
However, years later at her high school prom, Donna is about to come face to face with the murderer once again. Dun dun dun. Actually, a really good movie. The remake is so much better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
The
just
first one
enjoyed
sucked. It was
Yeah, I just enjoyed it way more. I don't know. Definitely my kind of movie. Anyway, you can find that on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Yeah. YouTube. I didn't know that YouTube had free movies. on there.
Yup,
Like,
that's a new thing they've been doing.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
Trivia told us about that the
Yeah.
other night. There's like 20 new Warner Brothers
31,
movies.
sir.
Oh, 31. Not a sponsor.
I
31. Warner Brother.
think like at first I wanted to put Tubi, but then we put Hulu, and that was wrong anyway. So
Yeah, I put Tubi.
Yeah, that's what it was. We put Tubi. We still won though.
whatever,
I got that gift card
Whatever.
sitting on my bookshelf.
whatever.
You should have. You
Looking
got to
dirty
be on
again.
our team next time, because then
Yeah.
we'll fucking get perfect score. 'cause-
I feel like we're gonna rematch. It's gonna be a
Ooh,
rematch.
the rematch.
Mhm.
brother.
Anyways, number 2, The Loved Ones. That's 2009, directed by Sean Byrne. That's that Australian film that I was telling you about. In order to avoid a ghostly figure in the road, Brent wraps his car around a tree, which ends up killing his father. While his mother goes into pieces, Brent escapes into marijuana-fueled world of guilt and pain. But this is also during prom time when he's gonna like ask his girlfriend to the prom, and yeah, the movie's wild. It's not what you think it is, and at the very end, you're gonna be like, yeah, because it is. It's got a hero happy ending, sort of.
Oh, that's against what you usually like.
I know. I mean, well, so it's either doom, gloom, and I want everybody to fucking die, or like
Maybe
that
like-
one guy that's just like, fuck this bitch.
I've noticed a theme through all your reviews, and the ones you like the most is you like the horror movies where at the end you're like, good for her.
Yes. Absolutely. I love those. Good for her. All right, number 1. Speaking of good for her, Jawbreaker. That's 1999, directed by Darren Stein. Ooh, it's a good one, and I'm sure you probably never seen it before.
I ain't even heard of any of these movies besides Carrie.
I have seen it.
What?
Jawbreaker is good.
I've seen
It's very
Jawbreaker.
good. So when an exclusive clique of teenage socialites accidentally murders their best friend Liz on the morning of her birthday, the 3 girls responsible, Courtney, Julie, and Marcy, conspire to hide the truth as the trio makes over a nerdy reject, Fern Mayo, and groom her to take Liz's place. Crack police detective Vera Cruz launches an investigation that will turn Reagan High School upside down. Ooh, this movie's so juicy and good and hilarious. It's got the Noxzema chick in it. Remember that?
Yeah, dude. What was her name again? Oh God, do you remember the Noxzema chick? She was in a few movies
Rebecca.
after. She was in a few things after the Noxzema commercials, but yes, everybody was definitely like using Noxzema to whack too.
I use
They gave it a
Clearasil.
tingly. It was tingly.
Rebecca Gayheart.
Yes, I can't
Yeah.
believe I didn't remember Gayheart.
And-
Fuck.
Right? What?
Yes.
And Rose McGowan and
Oh,
Julie
man.
Benz.
I remember when Rose McGowan was so hot.
So,
Yeah, this is definitely
She crazy. She's
one of
still
those
hot.
movies where she's super fucking hot. But yeah, watch the movie. I
gonna-
think it's
I don't know,
on.
man.
Let's see, where is it on right now? This is definitely my number one movie.
Isn't she bald now?
I,
Is she?
I would fuck her.
only
boy.
from the waist down, brother.
I mean, you know. To each their own,
That's what wigs are for.
The Birkin.
but Americans.
Merkin with the smirking Merkin.
American Merkin.
Just don't get no
Where
schmegma
can
up
we
in my
stream this? Because
Merkin.
it's not showing me on here.
Plex.
Which means that you probably have to fucking buy the movie, but it's really good. You should buy it, I guess. I don't know.
Are you familiar with Plex? It's this. I found it out about it this
Yeah,
week.
she can still get it.
Nipples. DJ nipple through the shirt. Let her know.
She.
That
I mean,
one's
she's
a
a
little-
couple. She's a couple years away from looking like Sinead O'Connor.
She looks like
She
what's
needs
that-
to tape the
what's the
nipples
other
up.
lady.
This one, because she's got the googly-eyed nips going on
she
right
does
now.
have the googly eye.
Ain't nothing wrong with some googly-eyed nips. Those
Yeah.
that's
Oh, see another angle.
Maybe
I
it's a
don't know.
piercing.
it's a floppers,
I
dog.
don't know. She don't.
Maybe she got
Them
a
is some-
teardrop. Maybe
them
she
some-
got one of
yo.
the old lady earrings on her titty.
She could get the hound dogs painted on her.
Yeah. She does have.
I only know her from the movie Ready to Rumble. Which
Ooh,
is
great
about-
movie.
Which
The wrestling
dude, that was such a good fucking movie, and I don't know if anybody's
with
besides
featuring
you-
Dave Arquette.
I will
Yeah.
give it
front
to
royalty.
you.
He's front royalty, dude.
I will give it to you. Back in the day, she was a smoke show.
Yeah. She's crazy hot in that movie.
Man. But so to tell you, there was I found this this app called Plex. I went on this critters thing, I was looking up critters for some reason, and then I went this deep dive on all the critters history and stuff. And Critters is a fantastic
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
sci-fi, cheesy sci-fi horror movie.
Space Gremlins.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's how they pitched them. That's exactly how they pitched it. And it's also in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not to be confused with the other movie 10-inch
Mutant
Ninja Turtles. In the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael comes out of the movie theater and Critters is on the marquee. He's like, they just put anything in the movie these days. You know, he kind of makes fun of it. That's a little Critters trivia.
Critters.
So anyway, so I went in and I found out that Critters, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then in 2019 they revived the franchise and they have a 5th movie. I forget what it's called, but then they have a mini series that came out as well, and it's 10-minute episodes. It's 8 10-minute episodes, and it's Critters Critters the New Binge is what it's called, and it's done it's just super low budget, super duper low budget. But they do live action critters, like they're the actual puppets and shit like that. But there is some computer, like really, really bad computer CGI shit. It's so bad it's good type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched it. It's an entirety. Fucking amazing. And now I'm going to go through. I'm going to watch Critters 1, 2, 3, 4, and then watch the new Critters to top it off. Now, Critters was also, that was Leonardo DiCaprio was his first movie role was
Yeah,
in
he
Critters
was-
3.
Yep. Critters 3 might have been. I've said it before. I thought the first titties I saw in film was Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors, when that dude in the wheelchair that wants to be a wizard turns into Freddy. But it might have been one of the Critters movies, because I know one of the bounty hunter chicks is like racked out for a scene.
Yeah, her boobies pop out.
Yeah.
And she's one of the Playboy playmates. I forget who it was.
Didn't she have like big
Big
hair?
blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That was like the best. That was in Critters 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was in Critters 2.
Critters 2
That was
might
the-
have been the first titty. I got to look when they came out.
So for those that don't know, the Critters series, there was bounty hunters that were shape-shifting and transmorphous, if you will. They could change into whatever being they wanted to, and they oftentimes chose pop culture. I forget what the name of the guy who played in the first one is like the head bounty hunter. He was like in some like moderately known pop band, like Euro
Yeah.
pop band. He had like that serious power mullet.
Yeah.
Like the serious power mullet. Like that shit was amazing. Yeah, Critters, and then what was the other shit I watched? Oh, I'm gonna watch on Max. I ended up getting not stealing from yours because we had logged into it in my house and I had it on there for a minute, but I didn't use it at all because I didn't want to fuck up your shit. And
No,
then,
it actually nobody's ever like bothered me. I've given.
oh well, anyway,
I'm sure they're gonna put the lockdown on that shit eventually.
Well, I
but-
had to re-up my Disney Plus thing, so I did it through Hulu and just put it all together. So it gives you can get Max for like an extra like $6 or some shit. So I put it on there, and so they have the director's cut of RoboCop is on, which is a rated X.
Frank Miller.
Yep, that was a rated. No, Frank Miller was the second one. I forget the guy the first one. But no, it's rated X, and so the extra scenes are like it's like the scene where the Ed 209 shoots the guy at the boardroom scene. That goes on for like 30 seconds of the dude just like flesh flying everywhere and all that stuff. And like the scene where they throw the guy out of the back of the truck, there's like super gory. I forget what the other additions are on that, but
Did they say like bitches leave like
that's
4 times?
Dude, that's like I mean that scene is so good. Bitches leave. Like, and they're just covered. Bob, you're gonna call me, right? Like, oh man,
Dude, that in the TV show, I'd buy that for $1. Like shit is fucking ingrained.
So all that stuff, all those things, like the I buy that for $1 is from it was from like I forget it was either Asimov or like it was a character, it was like a side character in one of his old stories, and it was like a TV show that was on. That was the tagline. That was taken from that. Yeah, that whole thing is like we won't go too deep into it, but RoboCop extremely in-depthly written. I think that's a word, right? I'm trying to think what else. There was something else I saw this week that I thought you would have liked.
Now, what's this platform?
That's on Max.
Max.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
on Max. Max has a few. They have the Watchmen.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
The super duper cut with the cartoon with the pirate
yeah.
pirate cartoons.
Was that like 3 hours?
Gratuitous sex scene, dude. So I don't know if I
More Dr. Manhattan dick.
Yeah, big old flopper.
Look at that big blue dick.
Dude, they should have Dr. Manhattan versus Nosferatu.
Google blue
And,
dog.
Nah,
like-
Nosferatu got that fucking maggot dick.
Yeah, but he could like he doesn't have to do anything. He just goes, and you're like,
He's like jizz.
yeah, exactly. So like that's the superpower right there. It's like,
Nah, all I know is when he crawled on top of
he's
that
got
girl,
the riz without doing shit.
whenever he laid on top of her, and it, like you saw like maggot back. I was like, ew, his front's definitely maggoty.
Yeah.
The Toxic Avenger remake.
Oh yeah,
coming
with
out.
Peter Dinklage is
Yeah,
gonna be in
with
it.
Peter Dinklage. The Dinkle, if you will.
Sam Raimi's gonna start making another horror movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I forgot what it was called. I messaged you earlier. It's on my phone. But it's about 2. I don't know if they're work colleagues or just friends. They get stranded on an island and they have to survive. So I think I don't know if they're beefing with each other, but I think they're getting hunted down. But it's Sam Raimi, so I hope it's gonna be bloody like Evil Dead was. Because even like his last movie, wasn't it? Last horror movie, I think it was I'll Spit on Your Grave. No. Drag You to Hell.
Let me Google that for you.
But that one wasn't super gory. But when it did get gory, it was like cool. Like when that girl gets drugged into the ground on the train tracks. Drag Me to Hell.
Ooh, you know it was an awesome scene. I forgot to tell you this, Lita and George and Phil, in that order of importance. Is that in Critters the miniseries? The one spoiler alert I'm gonna give because I can't tell you anything about the story because it give too much away. But the story is so fucking fantastically bad, it's good. Is that the head of the Critters, the president of the Critters, the Krites? That's the name of the proper name of the aliens. He goes down on a human woman, and it's hilarious.
Does he like hurt her? Go down? on her?
No. He's like pleasuring.
He's like,
Pleasure.
I'm a basically walking fur burger with some arms.
This motherfucker had like the space. What was his name? Gene Simmons tongue.
Only Critters would do.
I didn't know he did Time Cop.
Yeah.
Ooh, Time Cop, great movie.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
wild.
JCVD.
But I
It
think that's
doesn't say his
Yeah,
latest
what?
one so far.
who's the guest next week, Chris?
Dude, I don't have one yet. We're gonna have to get one.
Get
I
one.
gotta get some booking done. If you guys, anybody interested in the crowd, wants to be on the show, holler at your boys.
I talked to
girl.
Abe Musavi.
Oh yeah, dude,
So
perfect.
He
yeah,
wants to come
dude.
on. So
See if he'll come out, dude. Let's do that.
I'll hit him up.
Yeah, dude, that'd be great. I might see him tomorrow, actually.
We'll show you guys how to do a flying armbar too.
Well, I'm gonna be at Hog Shack tomorrow night. Hopefully, I'll run into him there.
Yeah.
And I'll talk some shit. Or
Abe,
if not you.
former military, and now he's a photographer and comedian. He's living his best life.
Yeah.
Chris,
Hi.
what do you got coming up besides going out tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be at the Hog Shack in Manasshole. Let's see. This weekend, nothing. We had a great show on Saturday with Ace and Connor at Black and White. Thank you guys very much for letting me host for you. That was super fun. Let's see. Next week, next Wednesday, I'll be at El Rey with the homie John Yeager and Adrian Russell doing the callback comedies. Wednesday night spectacular that they do. Next Thursday night, I'm going to try to get out in the city. I've yet to be determined my first stop, but second stop will be at Nero. I hope she's got it going on. I hope she does. I'm making an assumption here, but that's about it. That's what I got, man, so far, I think. Oh, yeah, trivia this Sunday at the Catamount Lounge. Come out and flex your shit. See if you're smart. See if you can take down these trivia, Ultimate Triv Warriors. You guys won this week. You guys were part of the winning team. That was great. It's fantastic.
I have useless knowledge.
It's because you're both bald.
It lets more knowledge get into the
rematch. Phil,
Yo,
Homeschool Prom King.
that's the thing.
You're gonna be doing it.
Whip it out.
Can anybody hear any of the music yet? Or are you gonna?
Oh man, so there's not currently any Homeschool Prom King stuff up, but I have a song I'm gonna throw up onto the streamers, probably in the next day or two. But they can follow us on the Facebook Homeschool Prom King. As 3 dork ass losers should be the indication that you found the right page. Follow that, and then you can hear the song when we put it up there.
But they all have big penises.
Huge, just gigantic cocks.
Floppers.
Floppy donkey dicks.
You could draw a puppy on them.
Puppy
Put a
dicks.
dachshund on that
Puppy
thing.
dog dick.
Puppy dog.
Yeah.
Lita.
What?
you're mesmerized by floppy dog.
Puppy dog. Yeah.
Sorry, I was
Enjoying the scenery.
Your art. where can people just?
You can find my shit on Instagram. That is odd all _. I am gonna be at the Wine and Craft Festival. I think it's the 37th year here in Front Royal. May 17th, I believe. But I'll be here. I secured a table. Buy my stuff, please, because I'm a starving artist and I like food. And I'm running out of it, so buy my stuff. That's it. That's all I have to
Okay. You can go over to Helltown Radio for all the things. I'm Dirtbag Radio. I got to change that because people are like, "Why does he have 2 radio shows?" You can go over to Catamount Lounge on Monday nights. I host the open mic. I'll talk about Phil's chest hair and how it's cornrowed.
That is the thing he talks. Sometimes he talks about the size of my taint.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
The gooch.
It's girthy. You could have been an Aztec king. You can go over to Capital MMA. 8 local locations. Learn how to do stuff, do sit-ups, run around the block, do some CrossFit. I don't know. We got scales. You can weigh yourself.
Hell yeah. How much does it cost for like a weigh yourself
Membership.
membership? Yeah.
That's $5. You can holler at me. I give those joints out. Yeah. Go listen to the shows on Spotify. Just look up Helltown Radio on YouTube. You can see us, all that stuff. Be prepared for your undoing suplex stuff.
Bye.
1 finger in the butthole is better than 2 in the pee hole.